And we're back. Episode 240. This train is not slowing down anytime soon. Figured I would bring back the tell me your problems concept. Switch it up a little bit. Monday, 3 p.m. Already had a very productive day. Coached 3 clients, hit the gym, trained shoulders, doing some Black Friday shopping. Um, I tend to hold off most of my purchases until Black Friday. Get after those discounts. You guys know the deal. You know the gig. Tell me your problems. Tell me your situation, and I will give you my input, my advice, my opinion to the best of my ability, per usual. All that being said, I want to give a shout out to all of the people who have been participating in the lives up until very recently. Definitely been having some great questions, some great input, and the better the questions, the better the people that are in here, offering good questions and good topics, the better these lives are. And I would just like to stress that the people that are here live with me, you guys have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to the couple of hundred people that'll come and check this out later because they're not in a position to ask questions right now, but you are. So the quality of the video they'll listen to or watch later on depends on your input. Jack Northy, your videos are great. Thank you, man. Yigdra. Bro, good to see you. Do you also have a little less energy in wintertime? Uh hmm. Good question. Not really. I mean, I know what you mean and I recognize it, but when it comes to guarding my energy, I'm pretty much obsessed. I'm all about, energy. So I've put together a routine. I'm very strict with my daily routine as it pertains to the supplements I use to keep my energy high. For example, I don't understand how people can just randomly drink coffee and then expect to just feel good every day. So I will usually, so as you all know or may not know, I tend to always work out first thing in the morning. It's just the way it is now. Um, it's just the best for me, the best time, fresh, get that out the way, but also the what better way to start out the day than lifting weights. And then I basically stopped using pre-workout, even though I've been hooked with it for years and I love it, but I just could no longer really couldn't really explain it to myself anymore. Taking all these chemicals. We all know pre-workout is not good. Is coffee unhealthy? No, I'm drinking coffee right now. I don't think it's unhealthy. I do think, however, that if you're being irresponsible with your caffeine or rather coffee intake, you're gonna feel tired and energyless real quick. Too many people, they're not really considerate or conscious of the fact that you can only hit that caffeine button a couple of times. After the third time, it blocks on you, it stops working, and if anything, it'll make you crash. So what I was saying is, I work out in the morning, and then I take one caffeine pill. So that's one pill of 200 milligrams of caffeine. So that gets me a great workout, and it gets me through the first 7.5 hours of the day. So that's why I'm having the coffee now. Also, I found that when I take caffeine pills, it's a different feeling than when I just drink a coffee. The caffeine and the energy and the focus seems to last longer. Caffeine is not the same. Caffeine that you are taking in through the means of a cup of coffee is not going to hit you the same way. It's also you're going to crash quicker. You're going to have a less lengthy um, focus. It's just not that good. I don't know. I can't scientifically explain it because if you put 200 milligrams of caffeine in a cup of coffee or in a pill, the pill is better. It's not pure. It's not long lasting, and there's no crash. So I also like to combine now. I like to take my Tonkat Ali. Tonkat Ali, if you guys know what that is, it's a nootropic. I like to take that in the morning with my caffeine pill, and that sets me up for the first 7 hours. Can't tell if long hair or short looks good on you. Equally good. Thank you, man. My hair right now is a mess as I've been wearing this all day. And needless to say, those things, even though I love them because they're nice, warm, and cozy, they fuck up your hair. They fuck up your hairdo, but it is what it is. I'm also aware that I've worn this sweater like in the last 6 lives. Please don't think that I'm a disgusting person who like I actually have a ridiculous amount of clothes. I have That's the one thing I'll splurge on. I buy a lot of clothes. Not necessarily expensive clothes. I just love fashion. I have a ton of clothes. But then ironically I always end up having on the same thing when I'm here on live. Um, I'm also one of those people who most of my like 80% of my clothes I consider them too good to wear on a daily basis. Does that make sense? So I end up saving them for literally eternity. So they only come out like 3 times a year. Doesn't make any sense. But I think a lot of people are gonna relate to me on that one. So to answer your question, no, I don't really struggle with energy. Caffeine pill in the morning, Tonka Ali in the morning, coffee around 3, combined with a live session, and then that's it. Also, I have a heart rule: no caffeine after 4 p.m. and even 3 normally, but like no caffeine after 4. Caffeine stays active in your body for over 12 hours. People drinking coffee at night, you are killing yourself. You're depriving yourself of deep sleep, of REM sleep. Even though you're unconscious and you're sleeping, you're not actually resting. By the way, guys, 10 people in here. Let's get some thumbs going. Your boy is going hard. Episode, what is it now? 240. I'm not here to bust. The sound went down a bit. What? Hold on. What is that? Is it better now? Is it up again? I must have the worst setup of all YouTubers out there. I hope you guys heard what I was saying in the end. That I have a hard limit. I don't take caffeine after 4 p.m. And neither should you. It stays active in the body very long. You're depriving yourself of REM sleep and deep sleep. Marley Monty. Good morning, brother. What do you think about the advice of don't search for love and it will come? How does that work? Shouldn't we be taking action? What's up, Elizabeth? I see you, girl, looking good. So don't search for love and it will come. I think you need to take that statement and take a step back, not just narrow it down to love. I think in general, it should be don't search for XYZ, if that makes sense. Sound all over the place. I need to change this mic. I need to change this mic. Is it decent now? Is it? It's too loud now, maybe. Let me know. Please answer as quickly as you can. I don't want to ruin this entire life due to technical malfunctions. What was I saying? Right. So yeah, I think that as long as you live your life according to the whole, I'm searching for that, I'm searching for this type of thing, you're never gonna find it because you're too focused on that, you're too thirsty for that, and that energy precedes you, especially as it pertains to relationships. Usually, men that are very much looking for women are very unattractive. Women can pick up on that. That's why there's this classic thing where if you're dating someone, then men feel like they're all of a sudden they have a much higher value. I know a lot of guys know what I'm talking about. If you do have a girl, you feel like, oh, actually now I feel like I got a bunch of options that I didn't have when I was single. And that's just because women, subconsciously also they pick up on energy, and there's just too many desperate men out there that are just like looking, looking, looking. They're very compulsive, and it's creepy and it's unattractive. Like, who wants that? Who wants a person who's just thirsty and desperate? Um, Taking action is putting yourself out there. I never found love staying in my bedroom. I mean, obviously, nobody should be staying in the bedroom, like, or stay inside. You should put yourself out there regardless of what you're looking for. Like, it's never. How did you find your previous relationships? Um, One I found through work. So she was a colleague of mine that I just started hitting. I started hitting on her out of boredom, and I fell in love with her through the process. Like, I wasn't even initially like into her. I was bored, and we had like this like a chat between colleagues. It's like an internal chat service, and I just liked kind of flirting with her and saying sexual stuff while she was there, like behind her computer. We were like on these islands, and I found that exciting. Saying that out loud is funny. If I would do that today in a job, I would get fired and sued probably, right? But this is 2011, different times. People are not getting canceled yet, and you could still take risks on the work floor. Sound down again. God damn it, motherfucker! How can this fucking mic be so bad? Shit! Come on, man. I don't get it. Why the fuck is this so bad? Oh, Jesus. What could be? Test, test is better now. Yeah, it's super annoying. If this happens again, I'm gonna have to just shut down the live and get me another mic. I hate. All right, did you guys get the part where I was talking about where I found my first relationship with the chat thing, or did that all get lost? Do I got to repeat that whole thing? Thank you, Gnarly. I appreciate that. Thank you, and I apologize, guys. I'm gonna hook up another mic next time I do a live. Oh, I hate this. What was I saying? So yeah, and then Katya, I met her in on my birthday. I did a whole video about that story. I met her in a bar on my birthday. Viking, tell me how to get over a breakup, especially when I know that no one will ever find you attractive in the future. How did you deal in your past in general? But what is this nonsense about, especially when I know no one will ever find me attractive in the future? That doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, no one is going to find you attractive because you're walking around thinking and knowing, apparently, that no one is going to find you attractive. That's a loser mentality, boy. I can't accept that. That's weak shit. Like, you're basically just already calling it quits. You're waving the flag. You're like, oh, that's it. I'm done. I found the one person that found me attractive, and now I lost her. So, what do you think is going to happen? You think the sky is going to open up and God is going to come down and pat you on the back and tell you it's going to be okay? Like, come on, man. This type of mentality, you're wasting your fucking time. You need to get your shit together. The world doesn't care. The universe doesn't care. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares besides me for these like 15 seconds. And I don't even know if I care as much as I'm annoyed by your mentality, man, of surrender. Like, how do you get over a breakup? By understanding it's a fucking breakup. At least you were in a position to have a breakup in the first place. There's millions of people who never had a breakup because they never had a relationship. You see what that is? Perspective. You were already better off than most, but yet you're still complaining. But with that mentality, you're never going to be content. You could date Kim Kardashian, and then she could dump you, and you would be like, "Fuck, can't believe Kim dumped me, man. I'm sad." You could hit the lottery for 5 million and be like, "Fuck, I gotta split this shit with 10 other people. Can't believe it." You know, you gotta fix that, man. Fix that mindset. Was it in Barcelona? Yeah, man. I met Katia in Barcelona. Yeah, both of them are in Barcelona. So the one girlfriend that was in 2011. I was working at a company called Computer Center. It was spelled computa with an A in the end. Not even kidding. Center. It was like a customer service help desk type of job, picking up phones. So I was basically sexually harassing her all day, and she liked it. That's how we did it in the old days. Now that's considered harassment. But back then, that was called flirting, and it worked. It was awesome. We were together for like 2 years and a half. Yeah. Um, that's the girlfriend that like it coincided with me getting cancer, and I never saw her again, and all that type of stuff. So it was pretty messed up. Yeah, that one set me back a couple of years. I was really depressed about that. Um, did you, in a sense, pursue them? Yeah, I pursued them, but it's not like there's a difference between pursuing someone that you're interested in and just walking outside and being like, I gotta find someone. That's entirely different. I was minding my business. I was doing my thing, living life, and they came on my path, and I liked them, and then I went for it. But it wasn't like it was my goal to meet them. Funny story. The reason I got that job is actually because I broke up with my Brazilian girlfriend dumped me because I got drunk and obnoxious. She was right to dump me. Priscilla was her name, beautiful name. And she dumped me, and I was distraught and very sad. And I asked her like, what do I need to do to get you back?" And she was like, "Well, for one, you dumbass motherfucker, you should get a job." And I was still studying. I was getting my master's degree, so like I was getting paid to study. But then I got the job anyway to win her back, and then ironically, at that new job, I met my next girlfriend. Full circle, baby. What do you think about NoFap? It's not. I don't think it's necessary. I think there's a hype now of a lot of people yearning for discipline, yearning for like it's ironic. We've never had more freedom and liberty, to do what we want to do, and you can just see people. They're like begging for discipline. They're begging for less options, less, and so now you got these gurus and these influencers basically telling them like you can't check off, like you know that's my philosophy, and it's great, and then people do it and they're like, oh my god, it feels so much better. Who would have known that less is more? Who could have known that applying discipline and applying a routine and not always saying yes to every want and need that you have will make you feel good. No shit, it feels good. That being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with masturbating at all. I think it should be more about no porn. You should not watch porn. That stuff poisons you. That destroys you literally. But masturbating is healthy. It's fine. So I don't fuck with no fat. By the way, guys, hit the thumbs if you're liking this free content for all of you. First breakups are the hardest. Exactly. What did you gradually begin to feel that confirmed that traveling was pointless? Oh, sorry, Yannick. Did you went to the gym today? Yeah, buddy. I was in the gym blasting shoulders at 9 a.m. Didn't see you. That's why I got the sick pump right now. Yeah, I already hit the gym early. Sorry, Mike Den. What did you gradually begin to feel that confirms that traveling was pointless? I just want to kind of like I know I said traveling is pointless, and thank you for listening and paying attention. But sometimes I do exaggerate my message to make a point. What I mean is, I don't think, of course, that traveling is pointless in general. I just think that we've gotten to a space where we have glorified traveling a tad bit too much. I think that traveling is a beautiful waste of time. I do think traveling enriches you. I think it helps you grow, makes you go out of your comfort zone. It helps you learn and develop social skills. Traveling alone, of course. But that being said, there's a very hard point of diminishing returns. So if you just travel all the time, you're never stopping to think, like you're never actually practicing introspection. You're never observing your thoughts. You're never really taking in and standing still at where you're at mentally. And that's why people get depressed when they come back from the long ass travel. And then they blame it on their home country. No, it's because you were in an adrenaline rush for 2 months. It was always basically, where am I going to sleep tonight? What am I going to eat? What am I going to do? That's what traveling is. You're constantly just, like figuring out the day. So you never have time to get to those more deep, profound thoughts. And then, once that rush ends abruptly and you're back home, you're like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Like, no, there's nothing to do with the country. Just that now you're actually, in tune again with your emotions. It's funny. I had a client this morning from Australia. Shout out to my man Killer Cam, the really, really fucking cool guy. And I asked him at some point in the conversation, I was like, like how do you feel? What's going on? And he was like, dude, like, because he's been traveling the last 2 weeks, and he's like, man, honestly, it's been a rush. I can't tell you what's going on. Like, I'm going from one place to another. So he perfectly confirmed that idea that I always had. So like my thing is when I say traveling is not as amazing, like it's not always the right thing to do, is because it's usually it gives it gives people a false sense of the fact that they're doing something, like that they're actively working on themselves. It's like listening to a very technical, complex podcast of 4 hours of two professors talking about some profound, intellectual, complicated stuff. And then you coming out of it thinking that you did something, that you learned something because you listened to it, when really you didn't learn shit. You know what I mean? It can be like that with traveling. So traveling is good in moderation. Is it possible to get your physique with no supplements? Of course, man. I basically got it with no supplements. I mean, yeah, I take a vegan protein, but that's just food, you know. So I take vegan protein. What else has helped me? Creatine has helped maybe like 5%, but you don't need creatine. You can easily get my physique without supplements. Yeah, I basically got it without supplements. I went to the gym at 10:30 because I went to bed very late. You're not gonna see me in the morning. All right, buddy. I'll see you next week then. I'll be there every day, every week. Travel just to have good memories and experience in life is important, not only to live after the pleasure. Exactly. Mike Ben. Understood. That makes a lot of sense. I thought I was weird for losing the desire to travel after visiting 3 countries in the past 2 years. You are not weird at all, my friend. Not at all. I've been going through the exact same thing. As you all know, I've traveled extensively. And right now, the urge is not there. The fire to travel is not there, which is so odd because I used to be all about that travel life. But and ironically, like me leaving this flat soon, like the contract ending, I took an objective look at my situation and I asked myself, like, what advice would I give myself if I was coaching me as a client? And looking at everything, looking at the timeline, I kind of concluded that me being single now, me not paying rent anymore here, being more free again financially, I realized the time is now to travel, even though I don't feel like it. I came to that rational, logical conclusion. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to Costa Rica, baby. February, I'll be in Costa Rica. Again, can't tell you that right now I'm hyped about it. I'm not really, but I know I'm not gonna regret it once I'm there. And it's also like an experiment to see like how I'll feel about it when I'm there. I'm expecting to once I step off the plane to be like, hell yeah, hopefully. Or maybe I'll just be like, fuck no. And then I'll make a video about it, like looking depressed in some in a hostel, being like, fuck this shit. I never should have traveled. Take me back. Weird. I thought you loved to travel. Could not live without travel a lot. I mean, I need to really like make that clear. I am still traveling a lot. I traveled a lot this last year. I just haven't done like a crazy intercontinental travel of months. That's why I'm saying I don't travel anymore. That I still gone to Barcelona 4 times. I've been to Austria. I've been to man, I already forgot. I've been to a bunch of places. Um, I'm forgetting like a bunch of countries. That I've been to Tenerife. I'm going to what's it called? Lanzarote next month. Um, so yeah, I would love to travel more if I could. Please keep us updated. How did you have so much patience with the idiocy that you see online? How do you have so much patience? First of all, you already know I'm going to keep you updated, buddy. 5 years in, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. As you well know, I am planning to do this YouTube thing my whole entire life, so you guys can see me when I started, right after my cancer, insecure, frail little boy, and then me turning into the man that I am today and beyond. Let's see who I am in 10 years. Maybe I'm a crack addict doing lies, screaming at you to hit the thumb up. And then you guys can go back and look at the timeline and be like, this is where he fucked up. This is where he went from young, ambitious YouTuber to crackhead screaming at people on live. So that's the idea. In Star Wars, you got Sith and you got Jedi, and the Sith they used to make these holocrons, and the holocron is like a little tournament in which they would store data in video format. So like all the Sith lords, they would share all these ancient secrets in their holocrons, and then they would hide it in some obscure tournament and some on some hidden planet in outer space. And then like centuries later, another Sith will find the holocron and like would listen to the advices and the message. And I'm trying to make this, you know, I'm using this YouTube as a vehicle for my message, for my journey. I fully expect people to listen to these lives like 50 years from now. That would be dope, right? How do you have so much patience with the idiocy that you see online? I mean, most of the time I'm good, man. I'm fine. Um, doesn't bother me that much. And if it does, I'll make a video about it. Hey, bro, talking about travel. Just saw you recording the Lisbon footage in March. Don't know if you see at the footage, but I waved at the camera. Funny enough, is the video from the guys selling drugs at the square. Really? Hold on, dude. So, you did you know me before? Like, did you recognize me in real life, or did you saw some random dudes log in and decided to wave and then found me later on? That's awesome, man. That is sick. It's the guy selling drugs at the square. Yeah, selling the fake weed. Can't hustle a hustler. That's awesome, man. I wish you would have come up and told me something. I would have loved to have met you. You obviously have a very Portuguese name, Joao. That's dope, man. That little thing you have over your A, that little symbol. I've always been jealous of that. By the way, guys, if you appreciate the lives, hit the thumb up. Also, I'm still taking on new clients for my private coaching. So if you want to commence a trajectory in which we can have bi-weekly talks, so that means 2 video calls per week, then you should send me an email. This is my email, lorenz.trees@gmail.com. And what we do in these sessions is we go over everything that may or not be wrong with your life, and then we try to figure it out. We put together a plan, and together we then take action. And I'm in contact with all my clients daily through text as well. So I'm always there. If that sounds like something that any of you want to pursue, that's my email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. Don't overthink it. Send me an email, we can make it happen. We can change things up. In the meantime, you are 30 minutes in, so don't be shy. If you have a question, now would be the time. It's a blue, blue Monday, but I'm actually having a great day. Um, I got some really cool clients that I work with on Monday. So I'm blessed to be able to work with these people, and then they give me energy and they give me drive. I knew you already because of the cancer stuff on YouTube. I just saw you passing by and thought, wait a minute, I know that guy from somewhere. And then a few days later, you posted a video and I confirmed that was you because I appeared the video. Damn, that's sick. That's sick, man. That's really cool. I enjoyed Lisbon. Had a good time there. Um, but yeah, that's awesome. Next time though, you got a really beautiful city. Absolutely. Game Boy. Consider I'm with a girl. A Chad passes by and she admires him. I see that clearly. How to deal with that as a guy who does not tolerate disrespect? Do I straight up break up? Um, I mean, all right, man. I'm trying to think of a nice way to break the news to you that you're not fit to be in a relationship, dog, with anyone. I repeat, you need to work on yourself for quite an extensive period of time before you put yourself in the dating game. Because if you're gonna freak the fuck out because your girl is looking at another guy, it's not gonna end well. All right? Like, you can't be walking around being that goddamn insecure. If your girl wants to look at another guy, let her look, man. Let her look. It's just looking. It's no big deal. But clearly, you have a massive, massive, massive insecurity issue because you think that any other guy, especially a so called chat, um, is better than you. So let me ban this person. Hold on. Hide user. Bye. Sorry. So yeah. Um, and why have you labeled yourself as the person who does not tolerate disrespect? Like that sounds like you need to chill on that, man. Those are some school shooter vibes. Like, not everything is disrespect. Your girl looking at another human is not disrespect. And I'm speaking from experience. There's nothing more annoying than being with a person that doesn't allow you to look at others. Like, I look at girls all the time. I look at dudes all the time because I like fashion. I like to look what people are wearing. Doesn't mean that I'm trying to fuck her. Like, I'm looking at people, period. And probably so does your girl. So yeah. But anyway, take all the advice I said about not dating and working on yourself first. Was it your dentist who did not discover the tooth tumor? Yeah, it was my bitch ass dentist who is an absolutely incompetent piece of shit. Shout out to her. I still run into her every now and then. Um, yeah, man, just a person who's terribly bad at their job. Back in the day, that was possible. You could still be really bad at your job. Things has changed now, kind of. And she just didn't notice. And it wasn't until I randomly and accidentally changed dentists because her bitch ass was on holiday that I discovered it. But yeah, had she been even remotely competent at her profession, I would not have to be dealing with this today. So, yep, for sure. I'll say a hello. Good. Marley, you ever approached random girls you found attractive? Yeah, I did that when I was younger. I used to get a kick out of that. Now, honestly, yeah, you can't really be bothered. I'm getting too old, man. I'm at that point now. I don't see people anymore. I see problems. It's like, you know, what I used to consider like a super maybe hot, attractive, sexy girl. Now I'm just like, might have an STD. Not gonna do it. Like, yeah. That's what happens when you turn 34 and you're single, like, and you got too much experience and kind of start like, looking at things differently. What do you think about those pickup artist guys who do it? I think pickup artists are lame. I think they're suckers. I think they have reduced their entire existence to their ability to approach girls and get their number, which, by the way, doesn't mean shit. 95% of girls that give out their number are not even going to text you back. Like they're just trying to get rid of you. All right. So, but I think pickup artistry in general is super lame. Imagine devoting your life to harassing other people for your own gratification and your own ego. And you're not even really interested in them. You just want them to give you their number so you can be like, I did it. Well, you didn't do shit. Didn't do shit. It's sad. It's really sad. People that are into that, like, I feel like they haven't even reached the first step of like what life is all about. Like it's just zero enlightened, zero perspective. I don't fuck with it. What can I say? I just downloaded Discord. Can I talk to you later on it? Yeah, man. Have you joined my Jack? Have you joined my Discord server? Have you joined it? As long as you're eating at home, it's all good. Exactly. How did your dentist not give you X-rays? Because she literally did not have the X-ray machine. I'm not even making that up. She didn't have it. Doug, what's up? What's up, Emotionless? What's up, Katie? Pumpkin Patch. 50% of girls are giving a guy a fake number. Yeah, try 80%. Yeah, fuck pickup artists. Lame as fuck. Breaks my heart to see how many people, and especially like young men, are actually into that. And sad. The biggest insult I've ever gotten was somebody asking me if I was a pickup artist coach. I was like, damn, I fucked up. All right. I'm looking for my Discord server link. Here you go. Copy. All right. Jack, you can talk to me on Discord on here. That is my server. Send me a private message. All the young men get scammed all their money. Damn, I worked in a dentist office for a while. We would make people sign a form if they refused X-rays. Yeah. Yeah, Viking, I know I need to work on myself. Good, Game Boy. Now we're getting somewhere. You really should not focus on girls, man. A girl is not gonna, make you whole. You getting laid is not gonna change your life, man. You're still gonna be the same broken, fucked up person. As was I. I'm not judging. I'm simply recognizing and keeping it real with you. 2000 for one boot camp. Man, 2000 will give you many years of my coaching. Emotionless. Same stuff, different day. Girlfriend is still getting angry at almost everything. She makes me feel like I'm constricting my personality. Whatever I say, I have to walk on eggshells or else. So, yeah, emotionless. Her sister texted me, asked me how I was doing, told her everything. So now I got some support, but still can't just leave. Remind me again why you can't just leave. Come on, man. Like, we've been through this. That's all. Like, there is no clean cut exit. All right. You're not gonna get out of this unscathed. You're gonna have to take some collateral damage. But if you don't get out, you're literally gonna fucking die. Like, I know you've kind of subscribed to this idea of sticking it out and waiting for the right moment. But there is a serious plot twist for you, which is that there's never gonna be the right moment. In the meantime, you are wasting your goddamn youth. You're blowing your precious time, health, and energy on an abusive, toxic, narcissistic psycho of a girlfriend. Like, literally, you going to spend a couple of weeks in a homeless shelter is better than what you're doing right now. Just think about that, man. Get the fuck out. All right. And don't forget to hit the thumb because that's excellent advice. Hair looks bomb today. Really? This is, I thought it looked like shit. Keeping things light. Appreciate you. I like it. Keeping things light after I told this guy to leave his girl. Her name is on the house. I paid the mortgage. If I leave, I'll have nowhere to go. It's the winter. I can't save money spending 1,500 on mortgage. You know, I had to sell my car. But why did you put her name on the house? Damn. Fuck. Like, who who told you to do that? I don't want to harp on your past mistakes, but come on, man. Why would you put her name on the house and then you're paying off the house? She's got better credit than me. Oh my god, fucking USA, man. I swear to God. I'm sorry, man. It's not your fault you were born there. That's fucked up. Fuck. Uh, I mean, I'm genuinely upset and sad right now because I do understand that you can't really leave because you're paying off a fucking house that doesn't have your name on it. Huh. I mean, okay. He needs to cut his losses. I've been there. Yeah. Oh man. Honestly, get to recording, like literally, like record her being abusive, like get physical evidence of her being a psycho, and then take that to police. That's all I got, man. Like any other advice I should do other than leave, the winter is coming bad. I feel like she's gonna hit me all winter. Yeah, you need to start building a case against her so you can take her to court and prove and get a restraining order and explain the situation. That's what happened last year. All right, yeah. I've got USD flash drives full of evidence. Okay, what is stopping you from going to the police? No price on sanity and self-preservation. I agree. That's what I said. Man. You're better off alive and miserable in a homeless shelter than dead. You know, like in the house that you're paying off. You need to. You need to literally get police involved, man. Like you're lucky it's 2022. Like now, society actually believes a guy that tells them that their girl is beating them up. Wasn't the case 5 years ago. Like it literally wasn't the case. You would go to the police station, they would laugh at you. Listen to the wise man. I agree. Listen to me. What are you having for dinner? Oh, I had the chicken gyros for lunch. So like 400 grams of chicken with rice and avocado. I think dinner is gonna be pasta, spaghetti bolognese, homemade with some pumpkin in it. Do you take fish, Charles? Yep, omega-3 every day. The house is under her name. When she gets arrested, she just has to tell the cops that she wants me out of her house. Then the cops will remove me, and I will be outside in the snow with all my stuff. But so, what is your plan? To stay in the house for eternity? So you're never gonna own the house anyway. You need to cut your losses, man. I don't care how much you invested in it. If there's no way for you to obtain the house, you need to stop paying off the house. Like you made a terrible mistake by putting it in her name. But okay, now you know, don't do that shit again. But that money's gone and you're not getting the house. So like I think the issue is you kind of know what you need to do, but you don't want to hear it, you don't want to see it. Like my advice is as good as the thing that youth came up with. Like my idea was to work things out and get my name on the house and sell it. So what you're really saying is your idea is to manipulate her and to try and be coy and basically play possum while she hits you and act like it's all good and then manipulate her into putting the house in your name. Um she is never gonna put the house in your name. That's never gonna happen. Because she's not fucking stupid. And I'm pretty sure she knows that she has that power over you. So your plan is not a good plan. You need to cut your losses, accept that you lost all that money, and just start over, man. Really. I want to play possum so that I can get my revenge. She's hit me for years. Don't start thinking about revenge. You're gonna end up in jail for hurting her. You need to just get out. Do you still have WhatsApp? Yes. I tried your old one, obviously. Huh. Joao. You said something about my name, Joao Portuguese, but I'm Brazilian. What about Brazil? Did you visit Brazil already? Man, I got a 20-minute video shitting on Rio. and I basically call Rio de Janeiro like the worst place on earth, and I still feel that way today. The most superficial country I've ever visited. I think that's what the video is called. To be clear, that's only about Rio because I know that Rio to Brazil is what Paris is to France. Like it's own thing, and the rest of Brazil isn't like that. But yeah, I had a terrible experience in Rio. You should be charging this dude. No, that's why I'm doing these like live sessions. Um, because I also like to sometimes give back to the community. And then obviously, if people want extensive help, they can work with me. Um, if anyone's trying to do that, here is my email address. Send me an email, and you can hire me. But start over with zero money in my bank account? Question mark. Yeah, dude. I know it sounds terrible, and it is terrible, but at this point, it's better than getting beat the fuck up, paying off a house that you'll never legally own. Like you need to just understand that there's no way out and but to start over. And at least if you start over, you'll be at ease and you'll know never to make that dumbass mistake again. And you could get rid of her, but you need to cut your losses. Your life is worth more than your bank account. I agree. Total cliche, but Rio is a piece of shit. Florianopolis is the place. Damn, you're like the 10th person telling me about Florianopolis. I need to get my ass out there. Yeah, I'm never going back to Rio. Thank you so much. Thank you, buddy, for coming in here and being truthful and honest. Emotionless. You need to get mentoring from Lorenz. He's the man. Yeah, but I don't think he like. With all due respect, it sounds like he's got no money. I didn't need to say it like that. That sounded like a fucking asshole. But my point remains. Yeah, I should not have gone to Rio. Oh, I mean, I guess I'm happy I did. Now I know what it is. As long as he understands I'm in the budget and teetering between homelessness. Eh, dude, I'm also teetering between homelessness. 1 month and 1 week, and I'm homeless, moving back in with my folks. I mean, I did that before. I did coaching before where it was like for free, but I can't do that anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm 34. I'm moving up in life. I'm busting my ass, having a bunch of different clients. They're all paying premium, so I can't like even towards them. Like I actually raised my prices like a few months ago, so I can't raise my prices and at the same time take on other clients for free. No worries, my pleasure, man. Yeah, Florianopolis. I gotta go check that out. Gotta go check that out. All right, guys. 48 minutes in. So this is my Discord server. I need to start advertising it a bit more again. Get that thing popping. So go join my Discord server if you want to join the Viking community. What is your favorite home cooked Belgian meal? My mom's lasagna. My mom's lasagna with veggies from the garden. Do you like Belgian eclairs? Yeah, I like it. My nickname is Sjoeke, which is the Dutch word for eclair, and my mom always calls me Sjoeke. So she basically calls me like cupcake. Sjoeke, that's me. Now you guys know. Premium content, huh? Hit the thumb, by the way. Hey, do you have your own podcast? I mean, I did. I had my own podcast that I posted on the channel, but now it's mainly just these live sessions. If you type in Moon Viking podcast, you can see the podcasts I did. So yeah, but as of right now, I'm basically doing live sessions and some YouTube shorts. Maybe when I travel again to Costa Rica next year, I'll be doing some more stuff. All right, guys. 1 second. I gotta go. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. The light is not over. I'll be back in a minute. Back. So, since you're a Viking, did you sail as well? No, I don't sail. I windsurf. That counts. Do you take shit like us? Do I take shit from people? Or you mean, do I go to the bathroom? What do you think? Yeah. How do you control cravings? Those chips are calling my name. Thanks, Lorenz. By not having them in the house. I mean, dude, I got munchies too, but I literally just make sure I don't have anything in the house to eat, and that works. It's really simple. Works with addiction as well. If you're trying to kick something, don't have it in the house. Um, yeah, that's the best I can. Like, it's very hard to come up with a way to like actually control a craving when you're having it, because your whole like all your neurons, your whole central nervous system is just gearing towards satisfying that craving. So it's going to be hard to do something to like kind of turn it off. So just don't have it. Does one work on getting rid of insecurities, or are we supposed to just ignore it and move on with our lives? Hmm, that's a good one. Did I actively work on getting rid of my insecurities? I want to say it's more so a byproduct of getting older and realizing and understanding that all people are insecure. Like, once I learned that like even the best looking people and the most wealthy people, that they are usually the most insecure, that's when it kind of clicked to me, like, okay, this is a general thing. It's not just me, it's like people in general. And once I kind of came to that epiphany, it kind of solved itself in a way, if that makes sense. Like, you just need to realize that everybody's insecure, like literally everybody, and especially the people who do not seem insecure. The most perfect looking people are usually the worst. Like, they struggle with it the most. So, you know, that kind of did it for me, just learning that about people in general. Hey guys, if you haven't hit the thumb, do me a favor, hit the thumb up. Doesn't cost you a thing. And it does express a great deal of appreciation for my continuous efforts. I experienced the same. My friends are all good looking, still have the stupidest insecurities, yet their outcome in life aren't super affected by it. But I mean, the outcome in life, I feel like that's a very complex and subjective idea. Their outcome, what you consider their outcome, is not how they consider their outcome. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of successful people that you consider that have done great, but then if you were get to have a peek in their mind, you would learn that they consider themselves failures, because maybe they're wealthy, but their daddy was wealthier, so they failed. They didn't surpass their father, for example. Like, that's a very subjective thing, the outcome of someone's life. Like, you really can't know or tell whether or not they were affected by it. Meaning, relationships, hookups, attention all came easy. Yeah, but was it the right relationship for them? Was it the right hookup? Was it the right sort of attention? There's a bunch of girls that get a lot of attention, but they are very sad on the inside because they realize the attention that they get is based on their aesthetic and sexual um, properties. You know. So again, it's all very subjective. There's so many people out there who should be super happy, but then if you get to know them, you find out, oh, you're not. So it's all the same, and that's why you can't solve those issues. You cannot solve You cannot find happiness in attention. You cannot find happiness in status, in money, in hookups and sex, even in relationships, if they're not the right one and if they're based on the wrong premise. And that's a tough pill to swallow for most and a very hard lesson to learn. I admire your energy, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. 56 minutes in, killing this life, even if I say so myself. Yeah. That's why, guys, like everything is really about like figuring out once you figure out life and the world and the people in it, it all kind of clicks at the same time. That's why I'm able to also live with, what I've gone through because I understand that it actually gives me a competitive advantage over the rest of the people because I've gone deep enough. I've seen the other side. So I know it's real. It was very surprising to hear and see my friends' insecurities in action. It's also interesting to see how they value themselves and their looks. Yep. So many people that should be happy and gratitude that still fight with insecurity, fear, worries. Yeah. Like I have not met a non-insecure person yet in my life. They're all insecure, and the ones pounding their chest the hardest usually are the most insecure. So I mean, guys, I go to the gym every day. I know a thing or two about insecure people. It's like the gym is like the ultimate religion for insecure people. I'm into conspiracy and I feel the elite are satanic. Well, I think you're giving them too much credit. I don't think it's that deep. I really don't. I really don't. No way. Da, 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 da. I do appreciate my flaws deeply. It made me so much more empathetic. It made me focus on deeper things in life. Sometimes it's difficult to continue feeling insecure and inferior, or even actually inferior in these physical aspects. But I'm coming to acceptance. Marley, you're getting there. Keep up the good work, one day at a time. The fact that you're actively thinking about it and trying to figure it out is already more than enough. You are doing better than you're feeling. I repeat, you are doing better than you're feeling. Guys, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired. 59 minutes in. I'm dead. Ugh. One more time. If anybody wants to work with me, this is my email address Lawrence.dries, Dries, at gmail.com. Thanks, my brother. Good to chat. Thank you, man, for the great questions and the input. Take care, guys. Yigdra, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, Giannis. All of you guys. Peace out.